What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And this one, we're going to be looking at Count Von Count from Sesame Street, featuring the number 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I didn't get Bert and Ernie. I just didn't feel like getting them. I don't know. I mean, I see them. I see them at Best Buy, and I find Bert every now and again in a certain Target. I think I might at some point in time get Bert and Ernie. I don't know, but I know for sure I wanted Von Count. And I also, whenever when Big Boyd shows up, yes, I'm going ahead and grab him. There's some other ones. Grover, got to get Grover. Super Grover, hopefully they do that. Like put some type of effects in there for Super Grover. That would be really cool. And, Oscar the Grouch, he's one. Elmo, he's going to be a popular one. So if they keep going, NECA keeps going with this, man, they're going to have, they got IPs, man. They got properties. NECA is not slowing down. And they show that they do more than just Ninja Turtles. So Sesame Street is definitely a profitable line. And I am looking forward to seeing what more they're going to come out with. So here we go. We got Count Von Count. Now, I already know that monocle there. I know I'm going to be careful with that thing. Right there. I know I'm going to have to be careful with that because, yeah, NECA, they make good quality stuff, but that's when it's dealing with the girth. But when it's these smaller features, you got to be careful. Taking his head off, you got to make sure you grab the sides of his head, not his nose, because that thing might pop off too. So we're going to look and see how delicate this thing really is, because I'm concerned. I am. After dealing with that whole bike situation, the Casey Jones and the bike, and how they didn't even have the handlebars be die cast. The handlebars were plastic, so you can break off the handle and break off the lever for the brakes. Oh my gosh, man. Horrible. Man, you got to glue the junk back on, and it's like, all right, well, whoever's going to sit on this is just going to you got to fake it till you make it on that one. I don't like it. But anyway, nice artwork. I don't know. Maybe I'll cut this off and put it in here. I don't know. But there we go. The Count Von Counts. Featuring the number 2. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and open them up. And let's have some fun with the count. Also, let me go ahead and give you the barcode just in case. This is part of the Haulathon deal. But, I mean, like I said, none of these Haulathon figures have actually showed up on the app for me. And I've given it to the folks at Target and have them scan it with their handheld scanners. And I have yet to see this stuff pop up. And it's weird. As a matter of fact, I do have Pee-wee. I might do him next. I don't know. But even when them just take a look at those who are a part of this. Randy Falk, of course, is director. He's doing this good job. Appreciate you there, Randy. I have Pee-wee and I went to the Target and they basically, let's open them up first. Let's have some fun with this. All right, so here he is out of the packaging, and hey, it took some doing to get his ears out of that plastic. They had the plastic around his ears. How annoying is that? So definitely putting him back in the plastic, putting him back in the box would be just too much of a hassle. I would have to cut openings just so I can do that, or bend it or whatever, or just keep him out of the packaging. So I think he's out for good because I don't want to do with that. But I do want to keep the box. I do. And this is a nice little backdrop. You see this backdrop? Look at that. Sesame Street. They never really told you how to get to Sesame Street. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? And just left you hanging. And then all of a sudden you were there. How did I get here? Look, it doesn't matter. You're here now. And we didn't care. We were there, and we were happy to be at Sesame Street. But we still, came back to it. Sunny days, can you tell me how to get there? Hey, how do you get to Sesame Street? But then once you're there, you're just like, forget it. I'm here. And it's like, I don't know. It's like a portal or something, or a shroud, or a cloud, or something that just sweeps over you when you try to get to Sesame, or try to remember how you got to Sesame Street. Like you remember you went there, but somehow when you got there, you forgot. I don't know. It's crazy. Can you tell me how to get there? Yeah. Just go over here. And then all of a sudden you get there. How did we get here? Anyway, let's move on. So here's the count, and I'm going to bring out another count, another Dracula figure. And this is his cape. Oh my gosh, look at this. You know what this reminds me of? Oh, reminds me of Boomerang. Good old late Johnny Witherspoon, boy. You gotta coordinate, okay? Oh, inside the jacket. Oh my gosh, he's got the pattern inside the jacket. Yes, gotta coordinate. Of course, nothing he was wearing coordinates with this, so yeah. So let's look at this. What is this? You know, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Oh, okay. So this. Okay, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but there's a little indentation there. Let's move on forward. It's a little indentation there, and then this slides in there. Slides, that little indentation slides right in there. So we'll try that. But first, let's see what the count got. So count, of course, he's looking spiffy. He's got his weird beard. Yes. Be careful. Like I said, you got to be careful with this head. I don't know how sturdy this nose is, so I'm not putting pressure on the nose. This right here, I'm not even going to want to touch that too much, but there, at least you can see his eye through the monocle. Eyebrows are floating. He's got a lot of stuff that you got to be careful with. If this eyebrow comes off, you know you might as well just go and start crying. Because you got to glue it back on. You got to make sure you're neat with the glue. And it's just, this is a nerve-wracking figure. I'm telling you right now, nerve-wracking. You don't want to do too much with this. Head swapping? Really? Do we really want to do a head swap? What's the other head looking like? Of course, he got the monocle, but he's got the head, or the mouth just wide open. I guess that's the laughing head. I guess you would want to have this head on. But again, you want to make sure you put you don't want to do it by the ears because you don't want to pop the ear off. Any one of these things could pop off. You have no idea. You have no clue what's going to be on sturdy, what's not. You just don't want to do it. Don't want the beard to pop off. You see all this stuff? All of it. Eyebrows, monocle, ears, nose, beard. All of this is fragile. Fragile, right? But it's a great looking sculpt. And you don't want anything to happen to this. You want to take as much care for this, with this, as you possibly can. Oh boy, you put this on the shelf, make sure he doesn't fall. Because he falls and his nose chips, you might as well just start crying. Just start crying. Because I don't know how many times, I don't know where you can find the count. I found the count when I found Pee-wee. So as I was saying before, I went to a Target and I saw this at their holothon, on their little holothon display. It was a pitiful display too. It was all beat up. I talked to the dude, said, yeah, we actually had this back here for about a week or two. Oh my gosh. So that display is out there, and in that display has some stuff, some rinky-dink, whatever, holothon stuff, and then it had Pee-wee in the counts. So I grabbed both of them, of course, right? And I'm like, wow, I found Pee-wee in the count, snap. But the thing was looking pitiful. And I was so happy about that. And I think that was also the same day I found, Kingdom Come Superman, and found out where I can get Supergirl. And I have that. So my hunt is over. I'm done until my orders come in from Amazon, or unless I see my Miles Morales figure show up and I'm like, all right, well, guess I gotta get those. But my stuff is not coming in until June, so I can take some time off and just chill, not hunting for nothing for a little bit. But yeah, let's put that down. And let's go to the hand. He's holding the candle. And I'm going to bring out good old Dracula Christopher Lee. And he's going to also have the candle in his hand. We could switch. No, we're not going to switch. But this is not ideal. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to put this in his hand? It's so tempting. So tempting to try to put this in his hand. But exactly what is going to be gripped? What's going to be gripped here? What are we doing? Right here? Is that going to be gripped? I guess it just won't fit exactly in his hand, maybe? I don't know. We'll try it out. It's a delicate, man. Delicate figure. 3. Even though the featuring number 2. 5. Okay. So 2 and 3. right? He is a Vulcan. Come in peace. Another, what is this? This is what hold on. What is this? What is this? What are we doing? What are we doing? This is, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, can he hold the phone? And this is number one. Okay, 1, 2. Wait, is this okay? Left and right, and then 3, which doesn't have. It's 3. I can't even say it's something different. It's 3. Yeah, there it is. These other hands are the relaxed hands. All right, there we go, right there. Okay, so there we go. All right, and then we got the phone. The phone. This does not move. Okay. Oh, the receiver comes up. Yes, baby. I like that now. The receiver comes up, off, and he can hold it. So he can hold the phone with these. With these? With these. With these? Or with these? Look at that. Do you want to put the phone in that hand? Would you want to do that? Would you want to slide that in there? I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's okay. There we go. And there you go. Okay, now it looks like he's got it. Okay. Be ready at 5 o'clock. Okay. All right, that can work. We can probably have him show up in the bat cave. Maybe I should put that play set together and have him be there. You know what? I might do that. And here we go with the number 2. Number 2 looking kind of like whatever. Yeah, number 2. I always come in second place. That's me. Number 2. Always after number 1. An afterthought. That's me. Number 2. That sounds like something you would say. What is this? What is this, man? It's a lot. Because you can put this on his hands too. So this is gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be a weird one. All right, take a look at this man's sculpt really quick. Let's move all this stuff out to the side and see what we got going on here. Nice here. Yeah, you got the bow tie. Let's go ahead and do some articulations. Let's see what we can do. Boom, as far as you can go up there. It's got the 1 and done. 3 buttons. Ooh. Okay, let's back up some. So we can see them. Okay. Okay. Yes. That's not. I like how his head can move. He's got good mobility with his head. I just don't want to move his head. Like, I gotta grab this by his underneath his lip to probably take his head off. I don't like it. Ugh. Not really looking forward to that. Okay, and the jacket is pliable. I like that. Got the nice old school shoes. What do you call these that you slide over the shoes? I need to probably do some research on that one. Not like I would wear them, but it's good to know what they were. There's your... Oh, the count is running. Reminds me of Blade 3 when Dracula was running from Blade. I hate that scene. Gosh, I couldn't stand the fact that Dracula was running down the street in freaking designer wear. So stupid. I couldn't stand it. But there you go. Count is running. You never seen the Count running. Never. Count is always just cool with it. Remember Eureka's Castle? You think NECA would do that? Eureka's Castle? And Batley and the Count? You know? And the Batley could be like the Count's, nephew or something, always flying around and crashing. I don't know. You can make it work. Nice, cool, clean black suit. I can dig it. Clean black suit. Okay. And we are going to have to put this on. Let me just see how this is going to work. And, I think I just maybe do this and then see how his head will fit. All right, that goes there. The Count is here. And And then, see, this is nerve-wracking too, because you don't want this to break. So maybe I'll just leave it around his hands, his fingers. Nah, we can work it around. We can work it around. It's elastic. It has some gift to it. Eesh. If it didn't, there we go. Just put it around his wrist. And then slide this back into his collar. And there you go. We've got the account. One account. Work with it a little bit. Get off his thumb first. Slide. Finger. Boom. Easy. Just, it's not that fragile. So there we go. And there's the count. And ooh, there we go. Debonair. Mr. Debonair. I like it. Oh, okay. Come on now. All right. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. That's good. All right, we can make it work. But there you go. All right, let's have some fun with a diorama. All right, so here he is. Here he is in Wayne Manor, but we will use this as the spot for the count. Let's see if we can back up just a tad bit, but not too much. And there he is. He's on the phone. He's talking to whomever. He is entertaining, talking to number 2. The 2 is just there, just kind of being drab or whatever, dull. And, count is just doing what the count does. And this fits. Honestly, look, you can't tell me this doesn't fit the count. This looks like what the count would be in. I tried to get him to sit in that chair. It's a fool's errand because he will not sit in that chair. His legs don't go that far up. He does not sit that well in it. You would have to, put some type of elastic band around him just to get him to sit in there comfortably. And then, of course, it's a weight issue, too. So there's that. This is a pretty cool look. He's calling. Who is he calling? He's calling his friend. And his friend would be...
After these messages, we'll be right back.
And there's his friend, Dracula. And he's got this candle. And he's like, look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to your 1 candle. And then he's also throwing up the deuces. Adam, hey, what's up? So, yes, he shows up in his place, in his manor, and they just talk about what they would talk about. What would 2 counts talk about? What do they have to talk about? One is talking about counting, and the other one's like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here, right? Like, I just got through, you see my shovel. I just got through digging a hole for somebody. I just got through biting somebody, man. You over here counting. You were a vegetarian? Who you? Count Duckula? Remember Count Duckula? Can Jada do Count Duckula? I would get a Count Duckula figure. I'm just letting you know right now. I would get Count Duckula. Okay? That was, back in the day, we were privy to quite a few shows from Britain. Danger Mouse, Count Duckula. Come on. Anyway, let's stay focused here. But yes, there he is. He's just visiting. So you got 2 individuals in their nice black suits, looking nice and debonair. Of course, he looks cool with his nice draped over, black coat, whatever. He can take his off too, right? But we're not doing that. He looks so nice with that. Of course, he can take his off. Matter of fact, we could take it off. Take it off and both of them just kind of relax. But I really could not relax because I don't have a chair for either one of them to fit in. So we can't. They just got to stand there and talk. And just look like, I don't know what they would be doing. Maybe they'll just be standing there. All right. And also, you don't have to do the hard thing that I did, just putting a whole elastic around the hand. Of course, you can just take the hand off and then just put it on like that. But I did take his head off, as you can see. His head did take some doing. I did have to be careful taking it off and putting it on. It is nothing that you just want to take lightly at all. At all. You understand me? Be careful with this figure, because I'm telling you, that monocle, any of that stuff, nose, ears, monocle, beard, anything like that gets broken off, you might as well just start crying. Because trying to find another one, I don't know. I don't know when I'll be able to find another count. I have no clue when this stuff is coming out. I barely found it when I found this one. So, oh, this haulathon, man. I'm glad I'm done, right? I'm glad I'm done for a little bit. But anyway, this is really cool. This whole set right here is completing this look. Christopher Lee, Dracula, the horror of Dracula is looking great. Count is doing his counting deal. 1, 2, great stuff. It never gets old. It never gets old to hear the count. And then you got number 2, just like, yeah, me, number 2, with these 2 bloodsuckers, whatever, right? Pretty cool. I hope you had a chance to get one of these sets, man. Because we got it from Ross, $7.99. I don't know where you can get them now. I mean, they're not in any Ross. I'm for sure they're not in any other Ross right now. So you have to get them on Amazon for however much they cost, or some local toy store. I don't know. But get you one of these, because you can have a whole lot of fun with this stuff. And especially this old setting looks like what he would be in. You know, look at that. Bookcase, globe, lamp fixture, the bass. I don't know about that. But then you got the fireplace. You can take some nice photos with this. So this is really cool. All right, folks, I think that's the end of the video. We've gone through everything. We've taken off the hands. We've taken off the head. We put the cape on. And this is the Count. Count Von Count, everyone. Thank you again for watching. Have fun collecting, folks, because collecting is fun. Later days.